Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Megan. Thank you so much for joining us. In today's video, we're going to be doing a whole reset and prep for 2026. New year, new you, baby. And we're doing it together, which is going to be fun. I hope this video brings you inspiration, motivation, and energizes you to get yourself set for a successful, happy, and healthy 2026. In this video, we're going to be decluttering, organizing, recapping my books from 2025. I'm going to update you on my Hobonichi, how I have it laid out for 2026. We're going to be doing our vision boards, goal setting. I think this is going to be a really fun video. It's going to be filmed over multiple days because I can't get all this done in one day. I'm going to start off decluttering. We're going to go room by room. I'm excited for some refreshing energy going into the new year. I hope you guys had a great 2025, but I hope 2026 is even better for you. Hopefully this gives you some inspiration and motivation to cleanse your space, set new goals, reevaluate what worked for you in the past year, what you want to bring into the new year. I always enjoy before a new year to spend some time reflecting, cleansing, clearing out the old, welcoming in the new, creating more space. And I'm excited to share this video with you all. I hope you enjoy it and you have some fun watching this. Give this video a thumbs up if you're excited for 2025, and don't forget to subscribe. We're starting off decluttering in the bathroom. I keep a medicine basket in here, and I like to go through expired medicine and just clean out the bin so that going into the new year we don't have any expired product. Here's my little medicine bin. I keep all of our products in here, and I'm just going to sort through, check expirations, set aside anything that needs to be thrown away or maybe that we don't use, and then get it all tidy and cleaned up. We're in front of my bookshelf because I actually do have a couple books I think I want to let go of that I've picked up from the thrift store and that I didn't really enjoy, so I just kind of went to free some space on my bookshelf here. I did want to mention I don't have very much stuff in my closet space that I want to get rid of. I constantly go through my clothes, so I really don't have anything to purge clothing wise, but we're gonna get into some books. I picked up The Secret History by Donna Tartt from the thrift store, and I ended up not really enjoying this book, and I honestly feel somewhat guilty having this on my bookshelf, knowing that I DNF'd it, did not finish it, and I also didn't enjoy it. It's like looking at it on my bookshelf, I just want to see the books that I love, and maybe somebody else will enjoy having this in their collection and want to read it. So I'm gonna set it aside to donate. Another Donna Tartt book is The Goldfinch by her, and I had to listen to this on audiobook because it's so big, and it was honestly just really boring and I didn't love it, and I want to get rid of it so that someone else can enjoy it for themselves. I also picked up The Swan Song by Elaine Hildebrand. I found this at a free little library in a local neighborhood, and to be honest with you, I'm not feeling enticed to reading it, and so I'm feeling like that's not a good sign and that I should just donate it. What I've realized about reading in myself is that if I do not have the innate draw to a book, I'm pretty much not going to enjoy it. I feel like when I see a book and I'm excited and really intrigued to read it, I'm going to enjoy reading it from start to finish. But if I'm kind of wishy-washy, I already know going into it that I'm not interested fully, and then I end up like not finishing it or not enjoying it at all. And so I'm kind of trying to allow myself to go based off of that feeling with reading. So if I'm feeling like drawn to a book, I should read it, and just because it's a popular book title does not mean that it's going to be a book for me and something that I'm enjoying. So I'm going to, I think, get rid of this and donate it because I'm just not vibing, and I kind of feel like it's going to be boring. So she deserves a better home. On this side of my bookshelf right here is my nonfiction books, and these books are really special and important to me. So are my fiction books, honestly. All these books here mean a lot to me, and I can remember exactly when I read each and every one of these books and how they made me feel. And collecting books is so special. But specifically my nonfiction section, I've read a lot of these in very pivotal moments in my life, and they're very special to me. So I don't have any nonfiction books I'm going to be getting rid of right now, but I feel like 3 books is better than none. Time for the kitchen. Couple things I like to do. I do this weekly when I'm cleaning the house on Sundays, but just in case you haven't gotten to it lately, checking your fridge for expired condiments and your seasonings for expiration dates as well is really important. I check the fridge every single week for condiments that are expired or have been opened and need to be tossed out. So I'm not going to go through the fridge because I already know that that's all good. I'm going to go through each cabinet, see if there's anything that I want to get rid of or expired seasonings, things like that. But I encourage you to go through your fridge, look at condiments, and make sure you don't have any old food products in there. Here's where things get interesting. We have this closet. This is in the office space, and I use this closet as pretty much storage, but as you can see, things have started to pile up. So I want to go through this and try to clear it out. I also have my wedding dress back here, and I need to go get that cleaned. So I need to put that on my to-do list for 2026. But let's tackle this closet. What I'm basically gonna do is just take every single thing out of the closet. Not the hoodies and stuff, but take out all the stuff up here and down below so I can sort through everything and kind of get an idea of what we have. I have a ton of like tech stuff up here, and I need to go through this. Is anybody else like this, specifically with like tech stuff, keeping the boxes? Like, is this necessary? Do I need to keep this box? I mean, I do not think so. Let's just make sure there's nothing in there. Yeah, I think I can throw this away. Goodbye. Another thing is that I keep packaging like tissue paper, bags, things like that to repurpose for gifts and stuff. So it may seem unnecessary, but it's really not. So to figure out how I'm gonna organize this, maybe since I cleared out space in this, I can put it in here. We'll see. I have this bin here of all my family home videos, and I also have this Garmin, and this is so fun. Obviously before we had smartphones for directions, I used this Garmin in college to drive from North Carolina back to Ohio because I went to college in North Carolina, and it's really special, but I'm like, do I keep this or what? This is so cute. My dad gave me my swimming stuff. This was when I made it to states for swimming in high school, and then this is when I signed for college swimming, so very fun, very exciting, but sometimes it's hard to have these things in an apartment, so I look forward to when we have a house and I can have somewhere to store all these memorabilias. I'm obviously not going to get rid of this stuff because it's really important to me, but yeah, it'll be nice when we have a house so I can put these somewhere. But isn't that so cute? Look at little Megan. And she was spectating. What do you think? Think it looks good? Well, here's the progress. I'm feeling good about it, as best as I can be. I mean, I wish there was like nothing on the floor, but it's not a big deal. So up top, I kept all my family home videos, and I did keep the Garmin. Up in that little plastic container, in the black container here, I have gift wrapping and then my ring light. This is Bree's biking helmet, and then we have some luggage at the top. This is all our sweatshirts and jackets, things like that. Down here we have our suitcase, and then maybe I should show this from the other side. It's kind of hard to see, but this is Bree's art portfolio, and then some large prints that don't fit anywhere else, and so they're tucked here in the closet. Can you kind of see down there? So we have the luggage at the top, and then down here the portfolio, the frames and stuff like that. So it's looking good. When I was sifting through the office, I found the Echo show that my mom had gotten us. Mom, if you're watching this, don't hate me. I'm getting around to opening this up, and I'm feeling like the best spot is right here on our little record player stand. I feel like it will look cute. I just hadn't opened it because I wasn't really sure where I wanted to keep this, but I feel like this will be a good spot for it. So we're going to unbox it and get it all set up. I did originally think that I wanted this, like if we were gonna do shelves in the kitchen over the sink, there's a really big open space. I thought if we did shelves that we could put this there, but I'm not sure if we're even gonna do shelves. Like, who knows how long we'll live here, and at this point I'm kind of feeling like maybe I don't want to make any more holes in the wall. Don't hold me to that, because I probably will make holes in the wall still. But there she is. I actually ended up moving the Echo Show into the kitchen. We're not always gonna have the hot coffee pot. Once the cold months go away, this will be gone. So I know it kind of looks like a lot, but I feel like it looks better in here. And I put it on photo frame, and I uploaded my photos, and I feel like that's so cute. It makes more sense in the kitchen in case we're looking up like recipes or playing music. The last thing I'm gonna work on today is going through our filing cabinet. I highly recommend having a filing system for important documents. It's so nice to have in terms of like record keeping and stuff like that. I have different folders here, one for like our marriage, personal files for me, for Bree, files for our home, files for the cats for their like health records, things for like our banking information, taxes, car, all that sort of stuff. I keep all filed and organized, and I go through this every single year. Obviously don't get rid of things that I need, like all the cat records and so many years back of our taxes I keep, but I like to go through, make sure I'm not holding on to old stuff. That way it just stays relevant to where we are right now in our life. I got this crate from Target, like, oh boy, probably 5 years ago. It's been so long now that I've got this, but it was from their like office section at Target. And then I got these filing folders off of Amazon, I think. They come with these little tags that you can label for whatever your needs are. So I'm gonna go through this, get rid of anything that's old and we don't need anymore, and shred it. Make sure you shred documents so that way none of your personal information goes into the trash. But this is going to be my last task for today. I'm feeling really accomplished for all the decluttering and organizing, so go us! Also, a pro tip, any sort of furniture instructions where it's like intricate furniture, like for example, like the daybed that we have right here, we've kept the instructions and I keep it in our home file. So whenever we move and need to take this apart, like we know how to take it apart and put it back together. Or if you have like warranties on appliances or electronics, you can keep that in your home file as well. And then any sort of, if you're renting like us, we keep like our contract and our renter's insurance and everything like in our home. Just a little helpful tip. We're doing a Sunday reset today, cleaning the house and everything. And another thing I like to do every new year is to flip the orientation of the mattress. So just changing it 180. That way it keeps the mattress even, and I feel like you get more longevity out of your mattress. So every year I flip the mattress. We're going to put the sheets, the fresh sheets on, so we're gonna flip this first. Another thing I'm gonna be doing today is changing the furnace filter. And another thing that we did to deep clean was wash the shower curtain and the shower liner. We try to do that frequently, but it's also a reminder in case you're doing like a new year reset to do the details of the cleaning that maybe you don't always get to. It's a good time to do that. And it refreshes the feng shui of your house. We have a special guest with us right now. He's cuddling, look. And he's purring. This is my cat Fonzie. He's so sweet. But I wanted to sit down with you guys, and another thing I like to do for the new year is to go through my phone and declutter my phone. This is so important, especially because I do a lot of work on my phone, that I like to go through my photos. I like to go through my videos, my apps, emails, contacts. I go through my phone contacts. Like, I'll add people that maybe I've met once and I, for some reason, added them into my phone, and I probably won't communicate with them in the future and don't need the contact. So it's important to go through your phone contacts. I also go through my text messages, delete my text messages, and just give my phone a nice refresh. And I encourage you to do the same. It feels really good to make space energetically on your phone, clear out the old. How about that, Fonzie? He agrees. What a blessing. He doesn't even have to deal with the cell phone. His big fluffy tail. So we're gonna go through my phone and declutter my phone. Let's see how long this takes me. Should I set a timer? Set a timer starting now. Okay, he said enough. The timer is going. I've got my coffee. Fonzie's right here to morally support me, and we're going to clear out my phone. Let's start with my contacts, my voicemails. It's like sometimes I'll save contacts like literally first name only, and then I'm like, Megan, like, who is this? I don't even know who this is. Don't know you. Delete. Why do I put people in here with no last name? I like that. I don't understand. Why do I do that? But I met this lady outside of the yoga studio, and she had a cat that she rescued, and she was looking for a home for the cat. So I took her information. I told her there was a high chance I wasn't going to take the cat, but I told her I was going to ask my spouse. So I took her contact down. So there's things like that where I'll meet people, get their phone number, and then I'm like, am I ever going to talk to this person again? Okay, it took me 6 minutes to get through all of my contacts, and I cleared my like phone log, voicemails. I do keep voicemails that are really special to me, like from my mom and my dad, and I have one from my late grandma, and then I have a voicemail from when Brie and I were first dating. So I have voicemails from like 2013, and I need to actually transfer these all over to my computer so that I can save them on my hard drive. But some of these voicemails are really special to hear people that I really care about, like hear their voice. It means a lot to me. So some of those I keep. Let's head into the text messages. Deleting 785 messages. And I go through my text messages often, and that's crazy. Okay, so that only took like 3 minutes of my time. We love that. Now, let's go through my open tabs on Safari, because I know I can't be the only one, but sometimes I will have like 20 tabs open as a way for me to like remember something on my searches. So let's clear some of these open tabs off. That was pretty simple. I'm gonna go through my email. A lot of times with my email, I will flag important emails, and then I will end up keeping them flagged even if I'm finished with them, but I flag them so that I don't forget certain things. And I think I need to go through this, make sure some stuff is probably old that I can get rid of. We're at basically 10 minutes, which is pretty good. Let's now do our apps. I try to keep my apps pretty minimal because I have an old iPhone. I have like, I think this is the iPhone 11, so it doesn't work well with a lot of apps and stuff on it. I've bought an extra storage, but still I try to keep the apps pretty minimal, and I also don't like a cluttered phone. I categorize my little apps into similarity, which I'm sure a lot of people do, but I cannot stand when people have like all their apps just like open all over their phone. Like I like them grouped together in their bubbles. So I have one for like miscellaneous, compass. Am I going to use the compass? No. Find My, calculator, app store, measure. I definitely use the measuring tool. Clock, definitely. Voice memo, wallet, passwords. Ooh, I should actually go through my voice memo. I think I have some old ones here. Sometimes I voice memo things so that I don't forget. Like, I'll have a thought and I want to keep the thought alive, so I'll voice record it really quick. Like, sometimes I'll have like this deep philosophical thought and I'm like, I need to translate this somewhere. So oftentimes I'll voice memo it on my phone. So I should listen to these and sort of clear these out. This one I remember. I was recording all the synchronicities that were happening to me that day as like a sign from the divine that was working in my life in that day, and that's really sweet to have. Last night I asked my question to some of these are very personal, so I'm not going to share them, but like I'll pray for certain things or ask the universe for certain signs, and like this one, the next day I had saw the sign when I was at the park and I wanted to record my live reaction so that I wouldn't forget how special that was. Oh my god, this is Fonzie purring. This is actually really nice to go through this. I'm spending some time labeling the voice memos so that I can better understand what they are, because they automatically save at whatever location you're at. They just like put that as the title. So I'm organizing these as what they are and putting them with a title. But listening to these is like so fun. Like this voice memo I had when I was walking on the treadmill at the gym and I was having a thought. Go to the place you don't want to go, face it and go deep. I was saying, go to the place you don't want to go, face it and go deeper. You show up today, challenging yourself to the unknown. Your subconscious wants to take you somewhere. To the unknown today. You show up today, challenging yourself to the unknown. I think I was referencing something for yoga. I was having a thought, but I was saying how you showed up today with this curiosity of the unknown, wanting to challenge yourself. So your subconscious wants to take you somewhere within yourself that you've never been. So let your practice take you deeper. And it's like, that's so cool to have this little thought kept in my phone. Maybe this is a sign for you to use your voice memo app more in spontaneous moments when you're having a good thought or a good moment, so that you can keep it for the future. Here's another one I thought would be nice to share. Well, hardship basically fosters wisdom. Like having heavy emotions and hard weeks, I could ask myself like, why am I having this experience? But it essentially like expands me to learn something, and then I take that and give it to others as like a little gift of wisdom. We're about 21 minutes in. I feel like we're doing pretty good so far. Let's go. Next I have music. I definitely use all these apps. I have Spotify, SoundCloud, and Shazam. I definitely use all of those. Next I have a home category, which is obviously everything for our home. I have all these I definitely still need, so I'm gonna keep those. Next I have one for photography. I don't need that. That's for like our label maker. Don't really use that. Okay. Next I have one for business. I use all of those. Ooh, maybe I should go through my notes. It's so funny, like I do the same thing with my notes app as I do with like voice memo. It's like sometimes I'll have a random thought and write it in my notes app. Like I wrote, can't be a sheep when you're a wolf. If you get it, you get it. And then I have random stuff like Windows Shift R to screen record on laptop. Okay, I realized that when I passed the photography category, I didn't go into my camera roll, so we'll have to save that for last because I have so many pictures. So let's finish up with the apps and then I'll end off with cleaning up my camera roll because that I'll probably have to sit here for a little bit to do that. Okay, moving on to entertainment. These are like my social media apps and my like book apps, things like that. Finances. I need all these apps there. I have a category for shopping. That's like Depop, Etsy. I have my Phil's Rewards on there. And Yuka. That's an app to scan barcodes to check ingredients, look at how clean products are. The last one, or the last two categories I have are wellness and travel. Signed up for rewards I have there, and this Park Mobile, it's for like parking meters in the city. Paying, it makes it really easy. And the last one I have is wellness. I have stuff for my yoga, Mind Body app, if I want to go take yoga classes. It's a great way to find workout classes. It's beyond just yoga. They have like Pilates, all different types of stuff. Yeah, I think that's pretty much good for all my apps. The last thing that I need to do is go through my camera roll, which I hope this doesn't take me forever. Okay, it's been quite some time later. Let's look at the clock. Almost an hour and a half that it took me to clean up my phone. We'll stop this. I deleted 1,300 photos / videos out of my phone, which is amazing. Now I have a fresh slate for the new year. I want to add all of the books that I read for 2025 into my papier planner. This is going to be one of my final spreads in my papier planner because this is the very end. And I'm switching to the Hobonichi planner. If you guys saw that video, I can link it for you. But I like to add all the books. For example, I did it for 2024, all the books that I read, and I think it looks really nice. Fun way to remember all the books that I read. So I want to cut these out. What I do is add these into Canva. I just make like a document and add in a, what do you call it, like a frame on Canva, and then I go to Staples and print these out. Here's all the books I read for 2025, and my favorite books were The Paper Palace by Miranda Heller, 5 stars, beautiful book, loved it. Living Untethered by Michael Singer, also an incredible read. Tuesdays with Morrie, this is a classic, and I loved it, 5 stars for that one as well. Kristen Hanna, The Night Road, oh my god, could be one of my favorite books I've ever read. It was amazing. Another favorite I had was Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. That one was also surprisingly a 5 star. Loved it. Those were all my reads for 2025. I'm excited for what books I read in 2026, and I'm looking forward to discovering some new books. I wanted to give you guys an update on my Hobonichi Teco, the Avec. This is the A6 size. Since I am about to start the planner for January 2026, I've got it all set up and ready for myself to enjoy it. I've already been enjoying December so far, but January is really where I'll start to have the daily spreads and stuff, so I'm really excited. So far, I will say I have been really liking the Hobonichi, and I think it's going to be a really great change for me for 2026. So this is the cover. I ended up using the sticker I bought in San Francisco. I'll link the vlog when I did my whole Hobonichi adventure. I feel like the sticker needs its moment, and it's the focus of the cover. I don't think I want any other stickers. I think it just is perfect this way. So I love it. Here's the cover. Let's get into it. This is the front cover. I actually found this Yosemite picture in a magazine and cut this out. My spouse Bree took this Polaroid picture of me, and then I cut these letters out to make my name for the planner. You'll kind of see this becomes a theme in the planner because I feel like it looks really cute. So this is the cover. Then it's blank. This is the yearly overlay for 2026 and 2027. The next section has every day of the month, and it's just one line. And I was telling you guys how I kind of wanted to make this something to track, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but I decided to make this a daily gratitude section. So I write down one thing every day that I'm grateful for. So I got these cutouts of letters from magazines to spell daily, and then the next page says gratitude at the top. And I think it looks so cute. I actually really love it. This goes all the way into 2027. So here's my month of December, how I did the calendar layout for December. I did like my to-do list over here. I thought this little sticker was cute here. I bought this at Daiso. They have really nice stickers. And then I started writing out in the planner, like, these are videos I post, days I teach yoga, appointments I have, things like that. So this is January. I've set January up so far. Wrote January down here with some stickers that I got from Daiso. And then I added in these little balloons for birthdays. I have my nephew and my dad's birthday and my mother-in-law's birthday in January. So I have those laid out. And I haven't fully filled it out just yet with all my appointments, but I just set up the stickers and stuff like that. And I think it looks really cute. And then you have 2 blank pages before the daily spreads start. So between the month calendar and the daily sheets, you have 2 blank pages. And I made this into my 2026 vision board you guys just saw me make. And it actually says here at the top, turning the page to a new year. So I felt like it was really fitting to put here. And it's just graph paper in the back, so it was plain. You guys saw me create this on Canva. I'll make sure I keep I'll put the dimensions that I used for the A6 size to create in Canva, because it fit perfectly. It's nice to have in my planner since I spend so much time in here. So these are the days. They start in January, so I haven't started. But this blank page here, you have the very beginning of each month, you get a blank page before the day starts. And for this, I'm thinking about writing like my favorite memories of the month or my favorites of the month, like products, things I did, stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna make this like a favorites, monthly favorites section. And you get every day. Then it goes into February, you have your blank page, and then you start with the first day of February. So then near the back, okay, then once you get to the back, the last month in here is June. So you have the last days of June. And then I made this grid here, this grid paper here for my books, because I'm going to do some book tracking here. I found this from a magazine, and also on the back page here, I have another magazine cutout at the very bottom. And then on this side, I'm going to do my tracking, and I titled it Abundance, and it has all these subcategories. So my YouTube, something new starting on Patreon, my Instagram, brand deals, my Shop My, this is like my linkable stuff, then my Depop, and then this one is just blank. I could add something to it later. Behind the abundance page, a graph page, and I haven't decided what I want to do here, so I'm just going to leave it blank. Maybe I'll make it into a swatch page, but this is going to be blank. This is the favorites page you guys saw, and it has like movies, books, music, food, shopping. Since I'm already tracking books, I'll probably make this into like movies or favorite restaurants I go to, things like that. Behind this page this is the My 100 page, and I made this my memories page, and I cut all these out again from magazines. I feel like it just looks really cute and something different, and so I've just written a couple things that have stood out so far in the month of December. Then the next page has these separated categories, and it has like food, city, parks, like books, stuff like that. But I'm just going to use the different categories for ideas. So I wrote ideas up here, got these from magazines as well. And I'm going to use this for like creative ideas, like if I have some ideas for art or ideas for YouTube, ideas for short form videos, ideas for my yoga classes, stuff like that. And then the last few pages are just instructional pages, so there's really nothing left in the Hobonichi, but that's my layout for 2026. I'm really excited.